Hey guys, what's up? CloneYoshi here. Today we are talking about Ichabod and Mr. Toad, or the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, as it's fully called. Some people just call it Ichabod, some people call it Ichabod and Mr. Toad, some people call it The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. This is one of those Disney movies that's been cut up and we distributed it different ways. So you might have seen some of these segments in different ways. The most common one is The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, but I know when they were doing some different home releases, they cut the two segments up and have done some different stuff, and they also released them in two different times in the theater and under different stuff. So yeah, you know, that's a weird history of how these movies were shown, or shorts were shown. But it's basically two shorts combined into one movie. But yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about Ichabod and Mr. Toad, besides that Sleepy Hollow's a thing. Well, the main thing is that Sleepy Hollow is one of my favorite horror movies, horror novels of all time. So yeah, I kinda like Sleepy Hollow a lot, and I like all of the adaptations of Sleepy Hollow, and there's enough here adaptation wise that I can realistically do one different adaptation a year and still get some different takes on them. There's like enough to last me maybe like 7 years probably if I do one a year. This one I'm starting with because I think it's one of the most well-known ones. I think the Tim Burton one is either tied with it or is slightly below it, slightly above it, depending on the person probably. The Tim Burton one came out like '98, so it's probably fresher in people's minds, but I think a lot of people have seen this one as a kid, and yeah. This is the one that they'll show in school anytime they read it in school. It's pretty royal to the book itself. It's probably one of the royalest adaptations. But this another story to this that I'm not really talking about. I don't know if there's much for me to talk about with the Mr. Toad one. I don't really know that much of Run of the Willows outside of the shorts and a couple other things I've seen. So I don't know how royal it is to this at all. I don't know if this is close to the book at all or anything, but I liked it as it is. The animation style I like a lot. I think the character designs for that short work pretty well, and yeah. And some of the characters are put into the Mickey's Christmas Carol. Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole are the charity collectors for the poor. So yeah, they kind of mix well with the actual Mickey Mouse crew. So that's cool, I guess. This movie overall is pretty good, I think. Ichabod and Mr. Toad, as its whole, I would say go with Ichabod if you have to choose one of the things, but Mr. Toad's cool. If you like court stuff, there's some court stuff there. There's a prison escape. And it's also like this interesting era of history because it's like horrors are like a brand new thing in this time, so it's like a weird history that horses are still being like primarily used, but cars are here too. So if you're looking at like this industrialized nation, it's a cool point of interest to look into, I guess. Another thing is that this is a mixed world of humans and animals that like actually talk to each other. Like humans are with the animals in this. So yeah, that's interesting. Usually it's either just animals or just humans, but this is one of the times where it's a mix of both, and it isn't like a super cartoony show or something, you know? But yeah, that's about it for Mr. Toad. A lot of the stuff that I want to talk about with Ichabod is mainly towards the end, but there's some stuff to talk about at the beginning. It starts off pretty well, and yeah, if you didn't know Sleepy Hollow was a real place, it is, and it's pretty much exactly where it shows in the movie. It's like right there, basically. So yeah, if you're in New York and or kind of away from the city, check out Sleepy Hollow. It's not that far from the city. It's past Terrytown, so maybe you'll see some interesting stuff there. They have some cool stuff there in October, but yeah, it's a cool place to check out. Washington Irving is buried there, as well as some of the people that inspired the book itself, so it might be interesting to look into. Some other things about this before we get into the big scenes. Bron Bones is kind of an asshole, and I think he's always supposed to be an asshole. And yeah, he's kind of like this douchebag jock, and he kind of wins at the end. So I don't know if you have bad feelings against jocks, if you would like this story as much, because he kind of wins. He gets the girl, and he makes sure the person he hates is gone forever, type thing. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, what else is here to talk about? The animation is pretty good. It's not like the best Disney animation, but hey, it's pretty cool. Especially towards the end, the ending scenes are amazing animation-wise. I think Disney does spooky really well, and they hardly do spooky that much. That's why I feel like all the villain song segments are always awesome looking, and like this is awesome looking. Some of the silly symphonies, like the Skeleton Dance and Mickey's Haunted House, sure, it always look cool when they do that type of stuff. But they don't really do that type of stuff anymore. I wish they would, because all that stuff looks amazing. I don't know why they don't do that. I guess that's what happens with the times. You gotta become more family friendly as time goes on. Ichabod's kind of a player in this. He can pretty much get any of the ladies he wants, but if he didn't go after Katrina Van Tassel, he probably could have gotten any lady in Sleepy Hollow. So, yeah, I guess that's a thing to mention, that our boy Ichabod, even though he looks like a crane, that's why his last name is Crane, I guess, somehow the ladies like him, probably because he's intelligent. All the other guys there are probably dumbasses who only do farm stuff or stupid trading and border stuff, maybe hunting. And they probably don't have that education where Ichabod is a schoolmaster most of the time, unless you watch the Tim Burton one where he's a police guy, which is interesting change. But yeah, I guess they like the interesting guy, and I mean that's good for them. Like, always go for brains over brawn, I would say, because hey, you might teach your kids something cool, man. You know science. I doubt any of those people in that village really know science that well, but I'm sure Ichabod knows some science for it. Then, like, I don't know how far science was around back then. Industrialized, probably a bit, and then maybe some astronomy stuff. Like they had telescopes back then, so who knows? Yeah, astronomy. Yeah, so he knows some science probably, and he probably knows like some basic shit that like some of these people in this village don't know. And he probably smells good because he knows like bacteria sucks too. So yeah, that's why Ichabod could be a good suitor. It's because he's smart and he probably smells good, especially back then. Like that was like I don't know how frequent people bathed back then. Maybe once a week. I don't know. When did like bathtubs become like every household thing? Like I feel like rich people had bathtubs for a long time, and then at some point everybody got a bathtub. But yeah, that's a real tangent. Sorry for that. Let's get back into this. So the meat and potatoes are the party, and then the scene after the party and the chase. So the party is fun for the most part. I feel sorry for the lady that Braun just kind of like used to get with Katrina and between Ichabod. So yeah, that I feel sorry for her a bit, but oh well. It's probably like one of the only things in this thing that didn't age as well. I mean, it's fine. It's just kind of like she's a lonely girl, and like the reason why she's a lonely girl is her figure, probably. Some other things at the party. The music is great. Of course, the Bing Crosby song is amazing. If you've not seen this at all, I'm surprised. Or if even heard this song before, I'm surprised, because this song is amazing, and I feel like it's played a few places outside of this. You might have heard it, especially if you're into the Disney stuff. I've seen some of the Disney sing-along stuff. It's been played there, like the Halloween one. They play in the Disney Halloween. That's the one where they're in the Haunted Mansion. I think that one's called Happy Haunting. Has Tyler, whatever that kid's name is, who becomes Superman and Supergirl, is in that one. So as a kid. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, that song is amazing, and then it leads directly into the build-up scene, which is probably like helps the chase scene so much, because I love the build-up scene. It's just him walking the woods alone on his horse, and like all this creepy shit keeps freaking out, and just all this background stuff in the woods, and the animation looks stellar, and the sound sounds stellar. It's just amazing. And then it builds up to this chase scene, and that chase scene is amazing as well. It's funny, it's scary, it's everything all at once, and it just feels like a good time. And then it ends at the covered bridge with a pumpkin being thrown at Ichabod's face. And yeah, do we know if Broadbones was the one under that cape? Who knows? It might have been the actual Headless Horseman, but who knows what actually happened. I like this movie a lot, as you can probably tell. I think this is probably one of the best Sleepy Hollow adaptations ever made. There's a few ones that are notable, but they all have deviations. This one's probably the best adaptation-wise. It's the most loyal to the book, I feel like. There's some stuff at the beginning it kind of like skips over because this is only like a 30-minute thing. Like they talk about some of the different ghosts of Sleepy Hollow in the beginning of the book. So if you're ever interested to see what those are like, check that one out. That's about it for now. If you guys, do you guys like this movie? I love this movie. I grew up with this movie. Did you guys grow up with this movie? I feel like they don't show it on TV anymore. I I don't think they ever showed it on TV when I was a kid. I think you had to have it on a home release or something. So, I don't know. How often have you guys seen this movie? Did you watch it as a kid? If you did you have it at home? Were you able to watch it on TV? Or did you only watch it like at school whenever you guys read the book? That's something interesting I would like to hear from you guys. This is one of my favorite horror novels and one of my favorite horror movies. I love the animation in this, and I love the spooky vibe of this. I feel like Sleepy Hollow has the perfect Halloween vibe to it, as it's like good fun and spooks to it, and it's not like too serious. I feel like that is what Halloween is supposed to be. Sleepy Hollow is what Halloween is supposed to be to me, like vibe-wise. If you ever read the book, I think you probably get what I'm saying. But yeah, I like this movie a lot. If you haven't seen it, I'm surprised, but check it out. It's pretty good. It's Disney animation. It's a weird in-between era for Disney, so you might have some problems with the animation itself, but hey, once you get used to it, it's pretty good. But yeah, check it out. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Hey guys, what's up? CloneYoshi here. You can probably tell what day I'm filming this if you've been watching all these reviews. But anyway, I'm here to talk about the average YouTube stuff. What is up? So, if you haven't already, subscribe and then hit that bell to get those notifications so you never miss a video. And then if you like this video, like it. If not, I don't care. And then if you have anything interesting to say, post it in the comments. And then share it with your friends if you really like this video and stuff. It will help the channel grow, and yeah. So thank you for doing all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
3-day weekend, yeah!